Hey traders, we're glad you tuned in to another exciting video chart breakdown brought to you by beaconequity.com. Today we're going to take a look at SNV. Now SNV currently closed up the day on just over 9% on just under 37 million shares traded at the close of Monday, December 7, 2009. And what we see here is we see a real nice uptrend after a long pullback on this stock, a small base, and again, we are in a new uptrend. So let's go ahead and zoom in here on SNV over the past couple weeks and see what caused this uptrend to start. As we said before, this equity did come off a pullback from $3.90. We had a little bit of a base right here that started to form at right around $1.50 for a couple of days here. We saw some pretty big volume, as you can see in the background. It appears that shorts were starting to cover and longs were starting to repurchase, which is why we saw the volume spike here in the background. So this is where it got really interesting for SNV. And what happened over the course of the next few days is we started to make higher highs and higher lows in the pullback. So let's go ahead here and draw some trend lines to show why I like and why we think SNV can be a good possible day or swing trade moving forward. If we were to go ahead and draw our trend line right here, the top trend line and our bottom trend line, you can clearly see, like we said before, that we are indeed making higher highs. This equity touched the top trend line once, twice, and then 3 times right here. So this is a pretty strong trend, as you can see. When it touches the trend line 2 or 3 times consecutively, that is showing some strength for that particular trend. And we did touch the top trend line right now at 250 today. So we're going to see if that can break in the next couple of trading days. If it doesn't, if we don't break the $2.50 to $2.60 range, I think we're going to watch for one more pullback here, which may bring us down to about $2.15 here at the bottom trend line, $2.10 range. If it holds that, look for another day or swing trade. And I think eventually we have the possibility of testing $2.63, which is where the top trend line sits right now. And then also is the 50 moving average line. So moving forward, we're going to say our first mental breaking point will be $2.50. If that breaks, possible 263. Now, if 263 breaks, it could get pretty interesting because the next level of resistance that we see on the chart would be at the top of this candle here, which is right around the $3 range. That's also going to be a pretty tough mental level of resistance to break. If we can break the $3 range, I think we see a fairly quick spike to anywhere from $3.20, which is the top of the candle here at the end of October, or the 200 moving average line, which is sitting at $3.24. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what the indicators are showing us on SNV. Slide this down a bit here so we can see. As you can see, clearly the RSI and the MACD are both in very nice long uptrends. They've been uptrending for quite some time. The MACD showed a positive divergence right around the first week in November, and that's just about when we started to make that plateau here, or the base around $1.50. It continued to move up. The black line did stay above the blue signal line through the duration of this upward slope, and right now we see some good separation between the MACD line and the blue signal line. So as long as we see that nice separation and they're both continuing to slope upward, I think SNV continues to move up. The RSI 10 is showing a slight little bit of a curvature today toward the leveling outside as compared to the previous day here where it was sloping up pretty good, but we are holding above the 50 line, and I think that's key. We'll see if we can possibly test or breach the 70 line. If we do break the 70 line on the RSI 10, I think at that point we are going to be up near the 50 moving average line, which again sits at $2.63, or maybe even toward our $3 mental area level of resistance. So to wrap things up here on SNV, we are going to look for one more time holding this bottom trend line here in any pullback, which is sitting right around $2.10, and testing the top trend line at $2.50, followed by the 50 moving average line, which is $2.63. If that's broken, a possible test of $3 with a next target at $3.24, which is a 20 moving average line. If you have any questions about this video, or you want some more exciting trading alerts, make sure you check us out at beaconequity.com. As always, good luck and happy trading.